Techie R.
Welcome back to TechER. Touch screens. Yes, we have seen them. We have bought them. We may have even, dabbled with them a little bit. But what is the technology behind touch screens nowadays? Here to tell us, or to enlighten us rather, is the lovely Cher. How you doing, Cher?
I'm wonderful.
I'm excited about this one.
I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Touchscreens are everywhere.
Yep.
We're buying these phones, we're buying these computers, iPad 2. We're all talking about touchscreens all the time. And there are probably at least 9 mainstream technologies that they're using right
Whoa,
now.
okay.
Different types of touchscreens. But I want to touch
No pun intended.
Oh, yes, it was. On the top 3 that they're using right now, which is resistive, capacitive, and infrared.
Okay.
So with the resistive, that is what is used in a lot of gaming consoles like the Nintendo DS and even the 3DS.
Okay.
So what we have here, and you might be wondering why I've got this glove on.
Very cool.
Okay, because I am the glove wonder, ode to Michael Jackson. And the reason why I have it is just to illustrate that with resistive touchscreen technology, you can use a gloved hand. Because the way it works is you have to press it, aka
Okay.
resistive. You're pressing, you got a screen, and there's a screen on top of what I've used is just a grid piece of paper with dots, but they have these sensors
Okay.
in the screen. So there's a screen on top, and then you've got these sensors, and you can either press it in, or you can use also a stylus. Okay, and some of the technologies don't. You
Okay.
cannot use this.
Okay.
So that's what this takes. And as well, when you're using it, these little tiny sensors are detecting what you want it to do.
Ah.
So you may have seen this type of technology, like I said, on the Nintendo
Yes, of
DSi,
course.
3DS even, as well as when you go to Walmart or you're signing your name like
Oh,
Visa.
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Like
yeah,
the
yeah.
Gap. They have these terminals or point of sale terminals where you are actually signing your signature digitally,
Nice.
right? So they're using that touch screen capability.
But these are more physical, right? You press
You've
on
got to
them.
press it, you
Yes.
actually feel
Okay.
it. And there are a lot of touch phones that use that
Yes.
technology as well. It is resistive, so you do feel the resistance of the screen. The drawback is cheaper to produce, so
okay.
that's not necessarily a drawback. But where the drawback comes into play is that because of the pressure and wear and tear on the screen,
Yeah.
eventually what's going to happen is they're going to wear down and break.
Exactly.
But they're cheap to
Replace. Yes.
Yes. The next one is probably the most popular right now as far as what's being talked about in the media, and that's capacitive.
Okay.
So that's on the iPhone, that's on the iPad, that's
Ah.
on a lot of technology, but you can't use a glove
Why?
or a stylus unless it is a special stylus or a special glove. Because
Okay.
these particular screens, they work because they work with our body's electricity.
Okay. So they
Yes.
feel the electrical field that we're producing.
Exactly,
Basically.
because
Okay.
what's happening is the screen, the glass screen on top, is coated with a conductor that basically sends a current across through these and there's 4 sensors. So what happens is you're putting your finger across, and it feels the electricity and the change in the current. And what happens is that it can determine, the software drivers can determine what you're asking it to do.
Wow.
Very smart
That's amazing.
stuff, I tell
Okay.
you. Okay, so what's happening is they're controlled, of course, by our touch, and then you can buy the $20 stylus, so you can't use like the top of a pen like you do with
So,
the DS.
so wait a minute. So the stylus actually also conducts your electricity through it.
Not necessarily your electricity, but it
Yeah,
works and it does
we're-
conduct
okay,
electricity.
okay,
Exactly.
all right, nice.
Okay, so there's that option, and also finally there's the infrared.
Ooh.
Very interesting. You can use a heat or a light sensor for the infrared. With the heat sensor, it's just again you can use it with a glove, not a glove. You can use it with your finger, with the stylus, and with the light sensor, what it does is it broadcasts some beams, invisible beams,
Okay.
across. Right. So when you use your finger, your stylus,
Anything,
or
yes.
anything, you're interrupting the X and Y axis, and what's happening is the drivers are then figuring out what you want it to do.
Interesting.
So in a nutshell, that is the technology that we're using to power a lot of our phones. That last technology is the most expensive right
Okay.
now, and it's used in more of a industrial basis or even more higher end phones, higher than the iPhone. Oh yes, there is higher than the iPhone.
What? No!
No.
Go away. I
Yes.
don't want to listen. I don't believe you. All right, great. Well, thank you very much for that, Cher. So if
welcome.
you were wondering about the technology behind your iPad or iPhone or anything that you touch basically to interact with, Cher just enlightened us. All right, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. This is Techie R.